Welcome back to Wind Down Wednesday. We are torturing Chef Greg with our sideline conversations here. But we're thrilled that he's a member of the Sarasota-Manatee Originals and that he's here to talk about Jail Island salmon. And you're going to prepare it Oscar style.
Yep, Jail Island salmon comes off of the coast of Canada. It lives in a natural habitat. It is farm raised.
It is beautifully colored.
It is the coolest thing about it. You know, everybody talks about farm raised salmon, and farm raised salmon comes out of South America usually, typically, Chile.
Okay, sure.
There's a lot of salmon, and people have knocked on it a lot. But one of the things that we did was we found a Jail Island salmon, which comes off the coast of Canada, and it is farm raised, but it lives in a natural habitat. And what's amazing about it is the color. It's proprietary.
Yeah, the color is very obviously beautiful.
It's proprietary to a particular company that I use, and so we're one of the only people that bring this down into the Sun Coast. So it's a great dish. It's a new menu item that we've put on the menu. And my oven stopped working.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Move your. Oh my word! It's
go.
Linda. Linda, you're messing up the whole segment.
I wonder why I wasn't cooking by then.
I didn't want to reach over you. That was important.
We didn't want to cook the wine.
To get to it.
Well, why is it hot? It's been on for like 20 minutes.
I really appreciate you sharing about the sourcing because I feel that matters to us so much, and especially here in Sarasota and Bradenton, we have so many choices. So to be able to choose well-sourced food is really important.
During all of this craziness, you talked about a little bit about inflation, and we talked a little bit about supply chain issues. So we've gone to try to find as much domestic things as we can.
Yeah.
Like we have a domestic calamari. All of our squid comes out of Rhode Island, which is really cool. I mean, a lot of people are buying frozen calamari, and you go and it can be the texture can be rubbery, it can be whatever.
Squishy.
This is out of Rhode Island, which is actually where all of my family comes from, and we sort it's fresh, which is
cool.
awesome. And
that
so
is really cool.
It's we're doing the best we can to try to find the quality products. As this salmon's of course obviously more expensive.
It's quality because it's from Canada.
Well, it's more expensive than
just like the women, Tracy.
But I tasted this next to sockeye salmon, which comes out of Alaska, the Bering Sea, which is it travels a lot farther. There's a lot more hands in it. There's a lot more people that it has to pass through. So finding something that is local, local to North America is a really cool thing to do.
All right,
does the color affect the taste?
You know, this Jail Island has a lot more. It's a little more buttery than a typical Chilean salmon. It's softer. It just, I'm not a huge salmon fan, but since I brought this in, I'm eating it 3 or 4 days a week.
Wow. Those two words of buttery and soft are not what I think of with salmon. No. So that was an amazing description. And look at the color when it's here.
We've actually created our own seasoning blend too. Me and the chefs at the restaurants kind of came together and went through about 6 or 7 different salmon blends, and we came up with this one. It was unanimous. We all picked it. So all the salmon gets covered in that seasoning. And I do want to mention too that at Pier.
Yeah, let's talk about the different dishes and brunches.
One of the things that maybe people don't even realize is that we serve breakfast at Pier.
How many days a week?
Just Saturday, Sunday. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's actually really awesome because you get to come out.
Is that a Benedict I see there?
No, that's a beignet.
That's
a beignet, and that's a Benedict.
I do see eggs Benedict there.
Okay, that looks amazing. It sure does.
So we do that with a crab. We do traditional breakfast. We do some a little bit different things we have. We run specials every Saturday.
Hey, Linda, will you eat a beignet on TV? It's covered in powdered sugar.
So, the cool thing about being on the pier, it's beautiful. You get dolphins. Early in the morning, the Manatee River's like a lake.
Yeah.
So
what a great place for breakfast.
And then, manatees come through, and it's just a
really
magical
is a beautiful
spot.
place.
That is magical.
It's a magical spot.
All right, I know we're short on time here.
But
teach me about Oscar.
Let me show you one thing about this salmon, but you look at the color.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
You look at the color that comes out of it. It still stays, it doesn't gray.
Right.
A lot of it turns a little bit white. And as this thing cooks, it will actually release a little bit of that white, it's like a milk fat.
Yep. That's exactly what happens when we cook.
It does that halfway through the process before it even is fully cooked. Typically, salmon, that's what we look for in fish. to be fully cooked for that little milk fat to come out of it.
Right.
We
This
have a
salmon
shot
will
of the
actually-
final, too.
This salmon will actually start to do that before it's fully cooked, which tells you how buttery and soft it is. So I
You
mean,
are looking at a gorgeous
awesome.
piece of Jail Island salmon that Chef Greg is cooking
and
live
then
here.
we actually paired it with a Willamette Valley whole cluster Pinot Noir. So
Which is always a good thing. So check out Pier 22. They're having an awesome Keel Farm cider dinner that is almost sold out. And of course, it's an amazing place to enjoy the scenery of the Manatee River in downtown Bradenton, right there on the Riverwalk, pier22.com. Cheers to the Sarasota-Manatee Originals and Wine Down Wednesday. Thank you, Chef. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take time, enjoy the Suncoast.